Hey y'all, we in our favorite mobile studio, the car. In this video, we are going to talk about our August budget review. Now, y'all, first of all, let's just say this. On this side of the paper is what I projected, and then on this side of the paper is what actually happened. If it's highlighted in pink, and it's not highlighted yet, so if you don't see colors, then you know. But if it's highlighted in pink, that means I did better. And if it's highlighted in blue, it means I either I did more than what I projected, or I did not budget for it at all. Okay? Because y'all already know. Let's talk about it. All right, so for the month of August, I had projected that I would make $11,904, and that would have been my total income, things that hit my bank account after payroll deductions, after taxes. This is what I would have to work with. What I actually brought in was a little better. I brought in $12,504. Now here's the thing. If we move down and talk about gifts, let's talk about that real quick. When the month started off, I said I was going to gift away $656 in gifts. Now, I actually gifted away $5,756. So here's where things where I got to explain to y'all what's what. I made a video, y'all seen the video, saying and announcing and sharing that I am now in the millionaire status as far as my net worth is concerned. Okay, so I made that video. In that video, I also announced that I had a cousin who had 3 girls going to college and was having a little financial gap that she needed to have filled. And I decided, now that I'm a millionaire, that even with everything that's going on with me, aka tenant not paying rent, that I was going to go ahead, step in and fill that gap. When I made that announcement, even before you guys heard it on the channel, when I made it in my personal life to some of my close friends, people started donating money, okay? When I made that announcement in the video, even people in the community started donating money. And I really want to give a shout out to those people. Oh my goodness, I didn't know I was going to be giving shout outs. But I know Moody Artists. This is why my videos be taking so long. And I'm sitting here, I have a whole situation, appointment that I really need to finish making this video for, so that I can get with that appointment. Okay. The Moody Artist, she donated some money, and I'm shouting her out specifically because she has a channel, and so I'm going to put her information in the eye in the sky so that you guys can go and check her out. She's a very talented artist. What I love about watching her videos is she works with, I don't know art, she's a painter, so she works with watercolors, and then she works with technology. I don't know how she does what she does, but what I find is that it's very soothing to watch her process, because she is actually recording her creating a masterpiece as she's doing it. So you're seeing the changes, you're seeing the paint bleed, you're seeing all of this stuff, and to me, I just find it very soothing to watch. You know, almost like when you watch somebody color and you see it start right here, and then it's on fast time, so it's fast sped up, and so you see the changes as they're doing. I don't know, but it's just very soothing. So she's one of the people who donated. And so with that, what I want to share though with this video is that I did not add the money that they donated to my income. So that money is not reflected in that $12,504. Okay. Now, the other thing that I did not do with that $5,756, because I had a lot going on in August, I lost track somewhere. I lost track between the money people were donating and then the money that I was giving, and then all of that stuff. So what I ended up ultimately doing was just moving $4,000 from my savings account and dumping it into my checking account. Now, this is a savings account that's attached to this bank. My main savings account, my main, like, what some of you may call emergency fund or rainy day fund, for me is just beautiful savings. It's an opportunity fund. That main account is not attached to this bank. It's attached somewhere else where I have to do a little more work to have access to that money. But what I knew was that I had money in my main bank account to cover this. And so I moved $4,000. And the reason why it was $4,000 was because I knew that I also had money in my check-in that I was earmarking for savings and stuff like that. And I said, well, if I just don't send this money to savings, and then if I just earmark some of my other gifts to this, and then if I just move whatever, like a good round number, $4,000 from my savings to my check-in, all my bills should clear. So that's why you see this little parenthesis thing around that 5756, because I totally did not necessarily properly budget that into my money. I just dumped money over. Now that 12504 does not include the money that I dumped over. So what I'm saying to you guys right now is, right now my bank account is a little bit of a mess. We're really not going to know what's in my bank account until, I'm going to say, the end of September, when I let everything shake out. Then I'll know what's left over, and what's left over, I know I can move it back to my savings. Yeah, I'm doing things a difficult way, but it's all good. So here's what we did with the money that we know we had to do something with. I'm also saying that because if you add this up, it's probably not going to add up to that 12504. It's going to add up a little bit less. But like I said, that's because I just didn't know where I stood. And what I'm saying here, my bank account doesn't reflect that. It's going to reflect more than what's here due to the donations that were given to me and due to me moving money from one account to the other account. Okay. Yeah, hot mess. $97 went to HOA. The gas bill, I said $35, but it was actually $40. Not mad at it. Electricity, $214. Cell phone, and this is for 3 phones. And I know some people have actually come to me and or left comments saying that that was pretty high, but it's all good. It's for 3 phones. It's unlimited plan. It's all that good stuff. I've been with this provider forever. I already know I already know what to expect, and my expectations are pretty good. They're pretty good, especially when I travel out of the country. They have a pretty good plan that I don't have to pay anything extra for, and my phone still works outside of the United States of America for free 99. So I'm really pleased with that. But $225 is not just for the 3 phones. It's also because I got a new phone and I am financing a portion of that phone. I think it might be maybe $500 or $300 left. I'm not even sure, but I'm financing a portion of that phone at no interest rate. And the reason why is because the way it's set up is that I traded in a phone, but the company Sprint does not give me one lump payment for that phone I traded in. It applies it monthly, but it only applies it monthly as long as I still have the bill for the phone. Right? So that's why we're doing it this way, because we're taking full advantage of that benefit, that perk, that whatever you want to call it. So that's what's up with that. $85 is for high-speed internet. It's for the fastest speed that my area provides. And I'm pretty satisfied with that until I'm not. And then security system for my home is $50. Lawn, and that reminds me, I need to call this security person today to get some quotes. I want, it's just time for me to upgrade. I'm not really happy with my security system. Y'all know I still have problems with them. They still haven't finished fixing the things that they were supposed to fix. It's been a few years now. I know. Ugh, they've come out countless times, and every time they come out, it's like, oh, I'm not equipped to fix. I'm not equipped to fix. Oh, I got to order a part. And then I never hear from them again until I start being on hold for hours to get through to them. So I'm not happy with them. And I would like a different provider. So I'm going to talk to somebody today to see what we can do. If they do something like get me out of this contract and I go over with them. But then I also want more upgraded equipment because I know there's better things out there. I want motion lights around my property. I want more cameras around my property. Mainly because I know that the technology is there. Lawn, $125. Housekeeping. Now this is interesting. I said $280 for housekeeping, but it actually came out to 000. And the reason why is because for the first cleaning of the month, I was here and I come home on the days that the housekeepers come. And then when they're finished, I may go back to work, depending on how my schedule's looking, right? So the one day earlier in the month, I came home and they didn't show up. And so I called the company and she says, for some, whatever reason, whatever strange reason, you fell off the schedule. And she apologized. Okay, so she wanted to reschedule me, but I let her know I was about to go on vacation. And so I couldn't be rescheduled until the Thursday after I came back from vacation. And so fine, she put me in the books for that. And so that meant that I didn't pay that first cleaning fee of $140 because they didn't show up. So now I'm back and the Thursday rolls around and I come home from work and she confirmed that it was going to be my appointment, that they're coming, all of that great stuff. And I'm home and they're supposed to show up between the hours of 2 and 3 p.m. 3 p.m. came and they just weren't there. And so I finally called like around 3:30. Oh, my plumber's here. All right, let me go. I'll come back. We'll finish this conversation later, y'all. Y'all, we back. And y'all, they tried it. First of all, for the 2 toilets, for the fill valves, not for whole new toilets or nothing, for the 2 fill valves, it was going to be around $600. He said $350 for one toilet, $150 for another toilet, and then the parts, plus parts. And so I was like, if they would have told me this on the phone, which they wouldn't, he said it was their flat rate. So basically, if you have flat rates, why don't you tell me the flat rates on the phone? But they want to send somebody out. Okay, fine. So you just wasted y'all's time. Y'all ain't wasting my time because I was going to be here anyway. And, oh, so now it inspired me to become a plumber. I'm fixing that junk myself. Or when Jay get here. We're going to add it to his to-do list, his honeydews. Because we're going to just keep turning that toilet off. We good. Okay, back to business at hand. What are we talking about? Oh, the housekeeping. So the second time when the housekeepers were supposed to come, they came. They were over an hour and 15 minutes behind. So they showed up around 4:15, not the 2 to 3 window. But when I had called the owner of the company, and she was like, this is ridiculous. Let me call and find out where they're at. So she did. And she was like, okay, they're en route. They're almost there, blah, blah, blah. She says, but you know what? We're not going to charge you for this cleaning because this doesn't even make any sense. Because I think this would have been the 3rd time that we had one of these mishaps. And I said, well, you know what? It's fine. I said, maybe half. How about that? You can charge me half. She says, no, we're not charging you at all because this ain't even your fault. This is on us. And this is going to be complimentary. Hence, 000. But yet we still got our house clean. So I can appreciate that. Insurances, $163. That's for 2 cars and somebody else's insurance that I pay. Easy Pass. I said $25, but it was actually $50 because I guess we've been hitting them toll roads like we millionaires. Y'all, millionaire behavior ain't that. If the toll road ain't saving me, ain't making me money, I don't try to use it. I use the toll roads when I know I'm running late, which is a mismanagement of time. Because I don't like being late. I don't like having people wait for me. But I don't try to do the expensive toll road. There's one that's really expensive by my house, and I usually bypass that one. Okay, subscription services, $75. That's for Netflix. That's for YouTube Prime. And that is for vidIQ, which I should be canceling. No, it's not canceled yet, but I should be canceling it. Food. This is for groceries and eating out. Came to a combined total of $226. Now, guys, the reason why it was so underneath $300 this month is because I did go on a vacation. And so the money that I spent on vacation for eating is not incorporated into this $226. Household goods, $45. Fun, $231. And the main reason why that's a little higher than it normally is because I was going on a cruise, and so there were some things that I was buying for the cruise. And I don't mean as far as excursions, I mean as far as like equipment, things that I bought because I was inspired by the cruise, but I can use, now, like outside of the cruise. But yeah, so that's why that's there. $231. Hair, $250. And then the thing about the hair is I already had this hair, so I didn't have to buy this hair. And I did go and buy some blue hair because I wanted a pop of something in my hair. And so that's what that is. But yeah, so $250. Nails, $85. And we need to get these babies done again. Look at them. Look at them. Look at these babies. Poor babies. Lashes, 100, and I said 150, and I actually paid 135. And that's because I knew I was going to need a full set, but Alaska, guys, I said $1,000. I set aside $1,000 for my Alaska spending. Now, Alaska is supposed to cover Alaska and Seattle. It's supposed to cover hotels, eating out, excursions, gifts, splurging, whatever. So I said $1,000. Yeah, I spent $1,277. I'm not mad at it. I'm not mad at it. I feel like we were gone for a good 10, 11 days. So you know that means about 59 videos are coming out because y'all know. So I feel like, and then that's also the price of splitting costs. Oh my goodness. Yeah, because think about this. I didn't pay anything for a plane ticket. Plane ticket was covered by my credit card points. I didn't pay anything for luggage because even though my baggage was like $30 going there and $30 coming back, another credit card that I used for that actually reimbursed baggage fees. So me and Jay split hotels, and then we split excursions. Well, I paid mine, he paid his, and it still came to $1,277. I'm not mad at it because we had a really good time, and I really don't think that I did anything that I could have said, I should have did. I didn't have to do that. I enjoyed everything we did. And honestly, I wish I would have did more. I wish I would have did more. Like a whale cruise. Who knew? Whale sightseeing. Who knew whales were so adorable? That they could actually act like dolphins. Who knew? So we didn't even do one of those, but I really wish we would have. And I wish we would have been able to take a helicopter to the top of a glacier. All of those things were sold out, period, point blank. So we didn't get a chance to do that. But so there's things that I would have done it that I would have spent even more. 401k, $1,500. HSA, which is the health savings account, $200. Now, savings, I originally said $1,835, but I already explained to y'all, because of the donations we gave this month, I just decided not to move any of it to savings, but I did move $775 to savings because that is what I'm putting aside for escrow. That's what I'm putting aside for my future property taxes and my future insurance on my main home property. Mortgages, for 2 mortgages, yes, $3,102. And guys, that's very normal for me because my mortgage for this home that I live in now used to be that by itself, $3,100. So, and it used to be even higher than that. It used to be $4,000 and something when I first started, y'all. So that right there, that's nothing. That's nothing but a thing for me. I'm used to those kind of numbers. Extra mortgage. I said $800 and I actually did a little better. I put an extra $1,000 to my main home mortgage because one of my main long-term goals is to pay this home off. I want to be mortgage debt free. And that's because I just want to know, how does it feel? How does it feel not having to send such a large bulk of your money to where you have to live? And then what I also love is that my house still gets to make money. So it's a true investment that I love and that I'm proud of and that I'm so happy that I did. Okay. Now, some of the things that I did not account for is I had some other rental expenses that came to $219. And I bought clothes for $53. And that was actually a pair of hiking boots for my Alaska cruise. And then, for some reason, I just had this thing. When you leave a vacation, buy a vacation. I don't know. I always have a vacation in the works. On the books. So this one is going to be Adriatic Seas. I want to do an Adriatic Seas cruise. And so I put down $100 for that cruise. That $100 is so key and clutch. If you have a cruise line that you like, let's say like even if it's Carnival, if it's Royal Caribbean. If you have a line that you like and you know that you're going to take a future cruise with, another future cruise with, one of the ways to save money and to get awesome perks is to book a cruise while you're on a cruise. For me, it is with Celebrity, only because I like doing the Abraham-Hicks seminars, and they're always on the Celebrity cruise ships, right? And so what I do while I'm on a cruise is I put down a deposit for the next cruise, and you only have to put down $100. $100 per person, but that gives you all of the best perks. When we're on these cruises, we don't pay for drinks because that comes in our perks because we booked early with the cruise while on a cruise. So our drink package is free. That's all of the alcohol, unlimited. And then if you want to upgrade and have a premium drinking experience, you can either pay the difference, which is usually around $70, or you just pay the difference per drink. For instance, when we were on the Alaska cruise, we did get some martinis that were outside of our drink package, but guess what? It was only $3 more per drink. So that meant that anytime I ordered martini, boom, all I had to do was pay $3. A $3 drink. Where they do that at? My drink package was free. And it was free. Let me finish. And then the other perk that we got on this cruise was internet service. We did not have to pay for internet. The internet was included. And y'all know internet is clutch for me because I have a mobile business, YouTube. Ha 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 ha. So I can do it wherever, but I always need internet service. And then we did upgrade that service because that service was mainly good for like reading emails, looking at pictures, things like that. Not so much for streaming, but we upgraded it for $105. $105 for internet all throughout the cruise. Plus it's going to be a tax write-off because I did this for my business. Clutch. The other thing that was included, I don't know, there were some other things that were included. We end up getting $200 ship credit. So right there, that took care of that $100 by itself. So $200 ship credit, which there's a hack for getting that credit out in cash, and that is go to the casino, put your room key in the slot machine, transfer your room credit to the slot machine, and then cash out from the slot machine, bring that cash out slip to the cashier, and they give you the cash money back. And yes, I've done it. This is tried and true. This ain't something I heard. This is tried and true. And so there's some other things, but also because my cruises are group cruises, I also get a group rate. So I'm not paying extra for the cruise. I'm getting a good rate plus great perks, plus extra discounts for being part of the group. So yeah, so that is just one of the ways that I do it to save money when I'm cruising, and so that I can have like the best cruise experience possible. I did not do that one time. That's why we were struggling and trying to figure out how to drink on the cruise ship without paying them cruise ship prices. And I should make a video about that because I don't think we made a video because what we did wasn't necessarily on the up and up. But y'all can be the judge of that. Y'all judgmental anyway. I'll give y'all more judge. Woo! So anyways, y'all, that is it. Let me look. Was that it? That was it. That was it. That was my money for the month of August. That is the story that my money told about me. My money told me that I gave away all the money without necessarily accounting for the money. And then my money told me that I love a good vacation. And my money told me that other than that, I'm pretty responsible with handling the things that are important to me. And those things are my investment accounts. Those things are my mortgages. And that's the thing. Y'all usually don't. Those are non-negotiables. And then we just play around with everything else. So that's what it is. I learned that I can do even better with taking toll roads. I learned that I can become a plumber myself just now. I learned that I can have whatever I want, which is better security systems around my house with upgraded latest and greatest equipment and not pay a whole lot for that. And I learned that even with all the things happening that's unexpected, which is like a tenant not paying her rent, that I can still live my lifestyle and I can still meet my goals and I can still do all the things that are important to me. And this mainly is because I sacrificed early in life, I did a lot of sacrificing, a lot of not going out, a lot of not partying, obviously not buying all of the things, which I still don't do. So that I can have this lifestyle one day, and it worked. It pans out. It came through for me. A lot of people, when it comes to what they want to do for a living, they say, I want to do what I love. I think that's overrated. I never said I want to do what I love, because I knew what I love. I love being creative. I love being a creator. So I found this YouTube outlet to feed that in me. But for me, I always wanted to do what I knew was proven to make money and to be stable, because I find that what keeps people in poverty or in financial emergency situations is not how much they make. It's the gaps that they have in between. It's the, if you lose a job, if you don't have steady income coming in, that sort of thing. That's what sets people back. So I knew I wanted a career that I could be pretty stable in, that could be pretty steady, and that is known to make good money. And for me, that was computers, because I also knew I didn't have to go to school all the years like a lawyer or a doctor, right? And plus, I didn't even know lawyers or doctors. You just know the proverbial lawyer or doctor, and you just think, oh, they make all the money. But now that I'm an adult and I'm grown, I do know that a lot of lawyers and doctors I know, they don't even like it. Like, they're stressed out. They can't take off all the time they want to take off, because they really have to trade their time for hours, for real. And they have so many more consequences. And a lot of times they have a bigger education bill because of the amount of money it costs to get into those professions. So for me, the next best thing was IT. It didn't cost that much money. Of course, you have to get a degree, but it wasn't no more of a degree than any other 4-year degree. And I just found that you make lawyer doctor money without having the lawyer doctor responsibility, worries, stress, and or education bills. And so that's what it was. So y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. We learned so much. We learned that was bullshit, and we just learned all the things. Until the next video, y'all, don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe if you want to hear me talk more about stuff that I don't know what we're about to talk about, and leave a comment below and talk to me about your financial journey and your month of August and your wins and your not so winning wins, because there's always a lesson in everything. Talk to me. Until the next video, y'all.